Welcome back to math class, boys and girls. We're here on Thursday, and we're going to have a pretty decent math class today. First, we're going to start with our exit ticket like we normally do, which you write your name on top and the date and all that. Make sure you read each one of these, the directions first, and then go through this, all right? So each one of these asks us a different question about the same problem at the top. Do your best. I'm not concerned about you finishing everything. What I'm concerned about is you giving maximum effort for 5 minutes. 5 minutes maximum effort, reading the problems and doing the best that you can and see how far you can get. The only person you're competing against is yourself, all right? Let's see how well you do. And after 5 minutes is up, the teacher will go over or restart this video and then see how you did, okay? So teachers, pause now, and we'll be back in a few moments. All right, good luck, kids. All right, we're back. I know it was tough, and I know that you might have had some frustration going on, but the biggest thing that we want you to do when you have some frustration is to make sure that you don't give up. Make sure that you keep trying, that you do something, okay, to help you through this problem, okay? Don't just sit there and look into space or not write anything down. We want you to try something. Reach into your toolbox and give it a shot. And if you're wrong, it's okay, all right? So your brain will grow, you will understand these, and you just have to keep on trying, okay? That's the most important thing. Persevere. All right, so to start off, I read this first part. Quarterback Brett Favre passed for 71,838 yards between the years of 1991 to 2011. Okay, so I'm going to circle this number here because I feel like this number is going to be important. All right, because down here, these numbers are years. I don't really think I'm going to need to use those. His all-time high was 4,413 yards, passing yards, okay? I get that. And his second highest year was 4,212 passing yards. Okay. So he threw for this amount total through those years, and this was the highest and second highest. Okay. So it says about how many passing yards did he throw in the remaining years. Estimate by rounding each value to the nearest thousand and then compute. Okay, about's an estimate, rounding to the nearest thousand. Okay, and then I'm computing. So this is what I did. All right, so what I need to do is add these two together and then subtract it from my total to find out the remaining yards. Okay, so down here, this is what I did. Okay, so it looks like a lot here, but just work with me. Here's my tape diagram. I add these two together. Here, the whole tape diagram represents 71,838. All right? So if I put these two together, I'll get this amount, and then whatever's left over will be my answer, is what I'm looking for, okay? So I needed to do an about. So I took these two, and I put them here. 4,413, okay, I wrote them out, and I rounded those to the nearest thousand. They both came to 4,000. And my answer here was 8,000 yards with these 2 years, okay? So to take that 8,000, I needed to subtract it from the total 71,838. Well, that rounded to the nearest thousand is 72,000. If I subtract that, I get 64,000 yards. I wrote it out in a complete sentence. Brett Favre threw for about 64,000 yards in his final years. Down here is exactly how many passing yards did he throw in the remaining years, okay? So I need to do an exactly. So we know what that exactly means, precise. We talk accurate, so exact. So I need to take this problem and do exact. So that's what I did. I added those up and got exact. 8,625 to my 8,000, that's my comparison. Oops, I'm out of the picture. Okay. And then what I did is took this and subtracted from my exact amount of 71,838, and it came up with 64,213. And that is very close to my estimate. So he threw over exactly 64,213 yards. And then down here, it's asking if it's reasonable. And yes, my answer is reasonable because my estimate is very close to my exact answer, okay? So if you even got a little bit of this, we're proud of you. All right, if you have something down on your paper, you made an attempt, all right? You try to remember what was going on. We're proud of you, okay? You have to remember that you have to try. Giving up is not an option. You have to work your way through something on this, all right? and eventually this will all work out for you. These are tough problems, not gonna lie, all right? So let's get buckled in for our next lesson. We'll go over the I can statement in just a moment.